The sky, endless, merciless, and eternal. It is not a place of peace. It is a battlefield without borders, a kingdom without mercy. Here, survival is not granted. It's earned, one wing beat at a time. Above the forests, beyond the mountains, and across the deserts of the world, live the fiercest predators of the air, the rulers of the unseen, the architects of death that descend from heaven itself. They are the eagle, the falcon, the hawk, and the vulture. Each commands the wind in its own way. Each writes its legacy upon the endless sky. And today, we rise with them into the wild blue war zone where only the fearless survive. Far above the mountains, where clouds scrape the edge of the earth, a shadow glides, silent, vast, and deliberate. It is the eagle, the monarch of the heights. With wings that can stretch over 7 feet and eyes that can spot a heartbeat from 2 miles away, the eagle is not merely a hunter, it is a strategist. Beneath it, valleys stretch like veins across the land. A fox prowls near a stream, confident in its stealth. But confidence means nothing when death watches from the sky. The eagle tilts its wings, catching a thermal. The world below slows, every breath, every twitch, every step of the fox becomes a calculation. And then it happens. A silent dive. The air shatters. A blur of brown and gold slams into the earth with unstoppable force. The fox never even looks up. When it's over, the eagle stands tall, its talons locked around life itself. This is not just hunting. This is execution, written by instinct. High in the jagged cliffs of Central Asia, another hunt begins. The golden eagle, known for taking prey 5 times its size. Mountain goats. It approaches low and steady, wings tight against the cold air. It does not strike to kill, not yet. Instead, it attacks balance, a brutal tactic perfected by nature itself. The goat stumbles, hooves scrape stone, and gravity takes over where talons began. From thousands of feet above, the eagle watches as its prey falls into the abyss. Then, in silence, it descends, claiming what the mountain has already surrendered. In the highlands, dominance is not just strength, it's patience, precision, and the courage to fall before you fly. The eagle knows this better than any creature beneath the sun, for it rules not because it's the largest, but because it dares to strike from where others cannot even stand. If the eagle is power, then the falcon is speed given form. While most creatures fear the sky's vastness, the falcon conquers it by turning the air itself into a weapon. The peregrine falcon, the fastest animal on the planet, dives through the heavens at over 240 miles per hour. Faster than a bullet, faster than sound itself whispering through the wind. Below, pigeons drift, unaware of what's above them. And then, there is movement. The falcon folds its wings tight, slicing through the air like a blade forged from wind and fire. There's no warning, no sound, only the shockwave that follows. By the time the ground realizes what's happened, it's already over. This is not chaos, this is choreography, written over millions of years of evolution. Every dive, every strike, every kill is mathematics and instinct merged into one perfect act of destruction. But speed alone isn't the falcon's greatest gift. It's what that speed conceals. Some falcons hunt not over cliffs or canyons, but among skyscrapers and steel. In the concrete jungles of modern cities, they've adapted to hunt pigeons and crows, weaving between towers like they were born of shadow and light. Their eyes, evolved for distance, now read reflections and glass, turning the man-made world into a hunting ground. There is no announcement, no roar, just the subtle shift of air, a pressure wave that tells the story of a kill. And then, as quickly as it came, it's gone. Falcons are not warriors of noise and terror. They are assassins of the sky, unseen, unchallenged, unmatched, because true power does not shout. It arrives and disappears before the echo returns. Between the dense forests and the open plains, where wind bends trees and shadows move slow, flies the hawk, the tactician of the sky. Unlike the falcon's violence or the eagle's force, the hawk rules through patience, every movement deliberate, every pause intentional. It doesn't hunt to chase, it hunts to understand. Perched high above, it watches more than it flies. Every flicker of grass, every ripple in water, the hawk sees it all. Its wings, shorter and rounder than others, allow it to twist between branches and dive between obstacles with surgical precision. When it moves, the forest seems to hold its breath, and when it strikes, there is no warning. Only the rustle of leaves and the sudden silence that follows. The hawk does not rule through fear, it rules through calculation. Even in human cities, hawks have learned to adapt, turning rooftops into perches and gardens into ambush zones. They hunt in a world built by man, but guided by instincts older than civilization itself. To the hawk, the world is a chessboard. Each move counts, each mistake costs, and in that perfect stillness before the strike, you understand why it survives, because it never fights the storm. It becomes part of it. Where the eagle hunts and the falcon kills, the vulture watches and waits. In the vast deserts, the open plains, and the edges of death itself, vultures ride invisible thermals, gliding for hours without a single flap of their wings. They are the judges of the aftermath, the keepers of balance in a brutal world. Their eyes are not fixed on movement, but on stillness. From miles above, they can spot the faint shimmer of death long before others can smell it. And when they descend, they come not to kill, but to claim. Around a carcass, there is no peace, only tension. Wings clash, beaks strike. Dominance is declared not in blood, but in who refuses to yield. They do not roar like lions or scream like eagles. They simply wait until hunger becomes hierarchy. To most, vultures are symbols of death, but to nature, they are the cleaners, the unseen custodians of the circle of life. And yet, even they must watch the skies, for the eagle descends not to share, but to dominate. One pass from a golden eagle can scatter a dozen vultures. Still, the vulture returns, again and again. Because patience, too, is a form of strength. When the storm clears and the predators retreat to their lairs, the vulture remains, gliding above the world's silence, proof that survival is not always about killing, but about outlasting everything else. In this boundless realm, every creature writes its own story upon the wind. The eagle, power incarnate. The falcon, speed and precision. The hawk, wisdom and control. The vulture, endurance and purpose. Different wings, different worlds. But one law binds them all, only the fierce endure. When two eagles collide, when falcons vanish into the sun, when vultures drift over bones and dust, the message remains the same. Dominance is never given. It is seized, tested and proven every single day. The sky does not forgive weakness. It does not allow mistakes. Here, every heartbeat is a gamble, every flight a battle against wind, hunger and death itself. And yet, in this chaos, there is beauty. In this violence, there is grace. For these are not just hunters. They are the guardians of balance, the winged architects of nature's most ancient law. As the sun sets beyond the horizon and the last cry fades into the wind, the world below returns to silence. But above, the sky still remembers. Every flight, every fall, every shadow that ever passed through its light. Because the true rulers of the sky leave no footprints, only echoes in the wind. So when you look up and see a shape gliding high above the clouds, remember, you are watching perfection in motion. A story written not in ink, but in instinct. Not on paper, but across the eternal blue. For up there, among the clouds and currents, the fiercest predators still battle to survive and to reign. And in that endless dance of wings and wind, one truth endures. The sky belongs to those who dare to rise. Thank you for flying with us through this untamed sky. If this journey stirred something wild within you, something ancient, something fierce, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of the wild.